ridiculous, and so people have to see it. You see, eventually, it's becoming so stupid that anyone with a brain can see that this can't be right. So they are actually helping us. I think we will have to work a little bit longer, but I'm sure we will win in the end. Yeah.
Well, Jane points out to something here that statistically is skewed up as well, but that 63% of the Irish population work in state jobs. I remember it being close to, I think it was at the time 1 in 7 or 2 in 7, so 63% seems a little bit high, but there are a lot of people that are very independent, and part of their monthly income of subsistence has an element of welfare in it. Even the millionaires still get even millionaires over here get state child allowance, it's called, and they take it. Even though your income is 250,000, the state, whatever it is for a kid, they take it, but it's paid out. Everything's there for grabs. Also, and I'm aware that we're coming up on 45 minutes, Stefan, so we'll crack on for another 15. And I don't know how this is in your region, but over here we have the encroachment now of the hate speech legislation. The new Minister for Justice, Helen McEntee, woke, wants to introduce the reversal of the presumption of innocence to the presumption of guilt. Any arbitrary or subjective accusation of offence through whatever descriptor, being homophobia, racism, or any ism or obia or ism they can think of. They posited this application process for senior counsel in 2021 is open. This from the minister, and I urge anyone interested to apply, but particularly female solicitors and barristers and people from diverse grounds. This is the gender equality and the race equality being inserted over merit and actual, value for work. But Tracy, our good friend, says, how diverse does she mean? Tracy being one of the more eminent barristers here that I've come to know. I could offer diversity in that it appears no other barrister believe in human and civil rights. Call me paranoid, but I have a niggling suspicion that I'm not the right kind of diverse. She's very heavily censored over here. But she's very admired and revered because she puts her professional know-how on display, and her credibility is out there, where many others seem to have the lackluster and the courage to step forward and assist her and help her out in her gargantuan task. Sorry, go ahead, Stefan.
That's good. Well, I don't know what to say, really. I just, I'm so happy about all these good people that is stepping up and doing something about this. We certainly need them, and we certainly need the women. We see that women tend to listen to other women. I don't know if I'm sexist now or something, but women need to become active. Here in Sweden we have several of these very strong women who are working hard for freedom, and they are doing a fantastic job, and we certainly need them. I believe that the women are waking up here in Sweden as well. Yeah. And the censorship, that's another thing. I was talking about ridiculous things that they are doing that is actually helping us. The thing with blocking Donald Trump on Twitter and Facebook, that's another stupid thing, isn't it? So, and it's so contrary to everything that most people believe in, right? Even if they don't like Trump, they do have some sort of sense, some common sense when it comes to freedom of speech. Yeah. I think it's just a small minority who's actually in favor of censorship. Very small minority. Mostly people on the left. They kind of like it. So, and there's not many of them, I'm sure of it. It just seems like they are pro-censorship. So many people are pro-censorship. I think most people want free speech. Yeah. So that's a very important issue as well that we need to talk a lot about. And they are helping us, you see. They are giving us something to talk about because they are doing these ridiculous things with banning an elected president. Idiots. Meanwhile, the Chinese, they have a Twitter account. The Ayatollah Khomeini has a Twitter account. It's so stupid, you know.
Yeah. And did you see the latest decree from Twitter saying that because of the Ugandan elections, that the Ugandan government switched off the internet, and Twitter came out saying we stand for human rights and we are a free speech advocate. I mean, man, this and that. You just turned off the most powerful man on the planet. I don't expect that there's not going to be some kickback to that as well. Article 230, 230 being number 1. You still got 7 days. The pen is still mightier than the sword, I do.
Yeah. Big mistake. Now the thing is, one thing, I don't know if you noticed this as well, but I noticed that politicians don't seem to care anymore about what people think. Well, they sort of care, but they care less about what people think. They are doing these stupid things, and I'm starting to wonder about elections. You see, I'm becoming suspicious about all these elections that have been taking place in Europe lately and Canada. You sort of suspect that something wasn't quite right.
100%.
And maybe this is the thing. You know, they are sort of they sort of relax about elections because they know that they will be elected and they will be in power anyhow.
Yeah.
So this is of course very concerning. The good thing about the US election is this: it was so obviously wrong. So it was apparent to anyone who could look at it, to take a good look. You just couldn't help yourself but noticing that there was something very strange about this election. And I think it was because Trump was so much ahead. They had to do it this way. And I think it was a good thing for the United States because when it was so obviously wrong, people could act with certainty. So it's different when you hesitate, you doubt it, you think there might be something wrong, but you're not quite sure. Like the Swedish election last time in 2018, a lot of people said something was wrong here. You know, this is strange. The
nationalists were expected to do a lot better, weren't they?
Exactly. And the socialists were expected to do a lot worse. And then it didn't happen. But it was like in the margin, you see. So you could say, yeah, there was something wrong, but you couldn't be totally certain about it. So I think it was a good thing, this US election. And now it was an information for all of us that this can happen, you see. And the next time you have an election, and next time we have an election, we will be prepared for it, right?
I would throw my spidey senses. I think that when we recently had a change on the abortion bill here in Ireland, and the majority 80%, we've never had 80% in any we barely get 26% of the population to turn out and vote, but a stunning 80% of people voted in favour of the abortion. And further, if polls are correct, some 60% have regret when they found out that the fetus was not to receive any painkillers during the procedure, any antiseptic. Any antiseptic. You know what I mean? Help me out. So painkillers during the proceeding on it, which is quite horrific and horrendous. So there's a lot of regret on that, but the suspicions were up that that just didn't ring true. 80%. We'd never heard those numbers, but it was so emphatically, and then celebrated outside in Dublin Castle by the whole woke generation who were overjoyed at the murder of children. And that's the only way I can describe that. And I think that's a stain on Irish history that, along with the mothers and babies scandal of Tuam, that we'll have to just learn to live with it. We'll have to learn to. It's a stain on our history and our good selves, but it's something we're just going to have to let that wound heal. And Stefan, I'm going to finish you off on what you said in relation to the American elections, and I'm going to let you go. But someone I follow quite avidly as well, but Syrian girl, and Syria being one of the places that you could attest to one of the most vigorous assaults on democracy, who received their yearly Christmas present from Israel. I'll let you go do your. I've delivered to them on Christmas Day. Hasn't stopped, and has been a faithful gift for the last 14 or 15 years. Syrian girl posited out that Trump got the most votes of any Republican in history. But the establishment will now try and paint his supporters as a fringe group. They will do so through intimidation. They will arrest, fire, and publicly pillory anyone who dares declare MAGA. So, will it work? Will you kneel? A lot at stake.
That's very good. It's very good.
A lot at stake. A lot of people need to get involved. Stefan, first of all, I want to thank you so very much for joining me again this week and giving me so much of your time. I look forward to tomorrow's broadcast and checking in with you again in the morning by the beautiful fire. One day, we'll have that beer by the fireplace. I'm pretty sure of it. Or it'll be in Valhalla. I swear this.
Nice. That was great talking to you again. Thanks for having me.
No, my pleasure.
It was a pleasure.
Tell people where they can find you. Where's the best place? So are you migrating to other platforms? Expecting the purge to continue?
Yeah, I am on BitChute, and it's growing very well on BitChute, actually. I'm also on MeWe, which is, I don't know if you know it.
Yep.
It's a great platform.
Alternative.
Yeah, it's a great platform. I was also on Parler, and Parler, I think, is fantastic. So now it's closed. So
I kind of should have figured that out when you knew your servers were owned by Amazon. And I said it at the time, I was going to go, whoa, everybody, chill. Parler's not the thing you think, because Amazon just shut it down. And then the true masters of destiny, the iOS, the operators, said, well, we don't need the Google text service. We just switch the phone off. We just won't let you advertise in our shop or allow you to be on our phones. Not with Gab, though. Gab you can get with any web browser. That's where you'll find me, Gab. Get a Gab account, Stefan.
Yeah, I will have a look.
Get on Gab.
Somebody said on my comment section the other day, which I thought was very true. If Parler is coming back, it will do extremely well. And it will, well, he didn't say, but I'm sure if Parler comes back, and I think it will come back very soon, it will crush Twitter.
Great stuff, my friend. Well, we'll see each other on the other side of the tsunami at the end of the week, and we'll talk again soon. And to all Stefan's viewers, thanks for swapping by. Please, if you liked what you see here, you had enjoyed our conversation, don't forget, smash that like button also. Hit the subscription bell if you're new to the show, the bell, you'll be reminded of future broadcasts. Stefan, stay with me. Please, if you could, please brighten my North Star by leaving your thoughts, comments and witticisms in the comment section down below. While I have the man of the hour, the draw. And please, if you could, please stick some gas or stick some Bitcoin in the Gran Torino tank over at our website, worldwideweb.grantorino.ie, links in the description. How you can support, and also on Stefan's channel, you'll find links in the description. How you can support him and his girlfriend against the bastards. God bless Dave. Stefan, take care. Bus, everybody. See you on the next episode of Gran Torino. Bus.